سلام يا عزوتي، سلام يا عزوتي، أهل اللزم وشلون وشلون هم اللي في ظلكم لهنا جبن وشلون.
Bahrain was always well known being a commercial port in the region. So all the dhows that travel from Africa or from Asia, they will always pass by through Bahrain. Bahrain has an amazing history. It goes back all the way to Alexander the Great. We're not new in history. We go thousands and thousands of years ago. Also, we were very well known for the pearl industry. We here in Bahrain, we've been in contact with the West for a very long time, since the 1800s, and this gave us more of a, let's say, appreciation of what the West are doing as far as motorsport, football, and other events. Back in 1952, the expat community in Bahrain started a small events that concerns basically motorsport.
فريدي فولبروك من سكنة المنامة، وكان يسوق سيارة جاكوار، وقد اجتاز المسافة في 20 ثانية دون أن يمس أيا من الأعمدة.
أقيم سباق العربات الصغيرة، ويقود كل عربة من هذه العربات شبل أو كشاف من كشافة البحرين، وقد حضر لمشاهدة هذا السباق قرابة 5000 متفرج. 4 عربات أخرى تجرب حظها في سباق آخر وتنطلق مسرعة. حاسب يا رقم 19، سيطر على عربتك.
Since 1952, motorsport continued all the way to the 1970s. This was basically dominated by most of the Japanese cars, and in fact some of them are also Toyota, which happens EK are the dealers for since then.
Everyone in the world knows the Ekanoo Racing team.
EK has the passion like nobody I've ever seen. It's not just one car here and there. He has ideas and allows us to try to implement those ideas.
It's like Disneyland for an adult. It's Disneyland for an adult car, you know, guy. Doesn't get any better.
Every member of the team is really important. I mean, we're all attached together. And as I said, without the team, there is no Ekanoo Racing. I'm continuing with drag race because I'm so happy. In the past, people used to whenever they thought about word drag racing, they thought, oh, you guys are, crazy, killing yourself, or it's a dangerous sport. They didn't really understand, what are you, it's just like a straight line. It doesn't need any knowledge or any, they don't call it a sport, to be honest. So the crash played in our favor. We got recognized worldwide. The crash and our 5.9 achievement. So sometimes the bad things plays in your favor.
Be setting world records here. They got some good quality cars.
Well, it's been a stubborn 6-second territory for quite some time, as you know, but we've been shaving off.
Motorsport is in the blood of me and my family. We go way back with the motorsport and anything related to automobiles in the Kingdom of Bahrain. I had a mission in my mind. I wanted to push the sport. I want people to understand really more about drag racing.
So for 2015, they decided to build 3 new cars, a replacement for the 10.5 Supra that set the import record at 597, a brand new Lexus to replace the Lexus that got crashed last year, and then the third car is a nitrous Pro Mod 69 Camaro of Khalid Mohammed. These cars were completed as far as the main fabrication had been concerned, but they hadn't been assembled yet. So we had to assemble them, put sensors, build wiring. I was building wiring harnesses in the States before I came, shipped them here, finished them here on the cars. A lot of programming in all of them because they all use new electronics, so that's something new. And we're trying to make the team more efficient by using more people to be basically engineers for each car, and then have me sort of oversee and help those guys with the problems they have with the software, not so much tuning individual cars. You know, just the process is the same for any race car, it's just that we just happen to have 3 of them to do all at once.
I think without a doubt, Ekanoo, Shane T, those guys have made a mark in history as far as import racing and things like that. And with the first 5-second pass, I mean, that stuff that they did, I mean, people have been trying to do that and trying to do it, and they finally got it last year. And I mean, that was a big milestone. And I mean, of course, you're never going to forget that, you know. And I know right now it's a first to the 5 in the States as it is right now. There's guys putting cars together and they're trying to accomplish what you know, everybody over here already did last year, which by the time somebody gets to it in the States, they'll already be going 580s with a new car. There's good race teams, but they don't necessarily build everything in-house, you know, where they're trying to do that, and it's very impressive, it really is.
We always want to leave a statement that it's a quality, it's built by Ekanoo Racing. Quality is the main objective of Ekanoo Racing.
I've built cars, and I went and looked at that car, and to see some of the damage that the car took, but no welds broke, you know, tubing was not overheated where it was welded and cracked. I mean, it was extremely impressive to look at that. And knowing that, you hate that the car went through an accident, but when you get to look at it and see how well it was built, you get a lot of confidence as far as a driver and anything like that, that when you're getting into and what they've built now. I mean, top notch.
The new RCF project, we actually made the decision last year to go forward with this project just a couple days after the accident. This car is built specifically for this style of racing, especially with the 4-link. We can change the instant center and where the weight, you know, is applied to the tire. We have rotation control on this one now. We've implemented the things that we came up with after the accident to not have that happen again.
That's the big thing about building a purpose-built, where the other Lexus really kind of morphed into what it was, you know, and kept going through engine transplants and stuff like that. The drivetrain is the same, you know, the 41X, the transmission, the converter, the rear gear, all the main drivetrain is all the same. But top to bottom outside, the car is 100% built specifically for this class. The way that the weight is distributed, the way the wheelbase is, it's got a longer wheelbase. The big thing that comes into play is that the car is lighter, and that all the weight that we put back in the car to get it to weight is low in the car. So it makes it much more difficult for it to stand up or anything like that. The lower you can get the weight, the better the car works.
So with any kind of a brand new setup, you know, you have to go basically feel it out to find out what the car wants. And with the Pro 86, we have some of the stuff that we're using from before, from the Outlaw 10.5 Supra, but it's a different chassis, different tires, you know, it needs different suspension settings, and you kind of don't really know what it needs until you go try it. Basically, waving the wand to the left too far and to the right too far, eventually you zero in on what it wants, and then you have a chance to make it go down the racetrack and find out how to make it quick.
I chose 5.7 because it's a really high number. You know, I mean, I could say we want to run again 5.9, but we've done it before. If you don't set like a high target, you won't push the limit. So I've chosen 5.7. People say it's not, it's really hard, it's not possible. Why not? I mean, 5 years ago, when we built the 10.5 Supra, we were aiming for 6.8. We ran 5.9. So if you don't have a mission to accomplish, you don't have a mission or something to look forward for, there will be no fun, there will be no challenge. You will not push yourself 100 times harder to achieve your target.
I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but I mean, this car is way better engineered to be able to run the kind of times that we ran with the other car. We pushed the other car way beyond what it was expected to do when it was built, designed, engineered, and all those things. So we now have a car that puts us a step forward from that car, and I mean, anything's possible, and you don't want to jinx yourself, I suppose, or I don't want to jinx myself, but I would say the record is definitely in trouble. Let me put it that way.
This is a picture-perfect representation of setting a goal, saying this is where we need to be, and this is what these are the steps required to get there, and following through with that. Like in the middle of the project, not changing your mind. Oh no, let's do this. Oh, now we're going to go this direction. And this came together quickly because everybody stayed on goal. So yes, the goal is to be number one and take the fastest records for the GTR.
Regarding our new white Porsche, it's actually a replacement of our old orange street Porsche, which holds the record of the world's fastest Porsche at the quarter mile. I've decided to build a new car because, to be honest, I mean, that car has a special paint and it has a lot of aerodynamics, and it's a really low mileage car. It only has 3,000 kilometers on it. I had to buy a new car, build a cage, and then to go fast, we had to buy a sequential transmission. So it's something new. Nobody have tried sequential at the drag strip. It's a new technology. It's amazing. The way the transmission shifts, it's like a GTR or the new Lamborghinis. It's a completely new engine, nothing to do with our previous setup. So it's a completely new car.
It's a complete different engine, basically. It is a different fueling system, it has a different ignition system, it has different cylinder heads and different combination inside the engine. It will be definitely over 1,500 horsepower. We cannot, measure it until we tested the car. But I think it will be faster with a good margin compared to the other car, actually.
New Pro nitrous Camaro 69. We built the car from scratch, and we just got like a bare chassis, and we built around the chassis. We managed to build the car really fast. We decided to build this car because if you want to go fast, you have to update yourself.
وهم قبل 3 شهور من الحين يكسروا رقمنا، بس جابوا الرقم مرة واحدة. احنا في قطر يعني يبني 3701 3704، يعني تمينا على قولتهم في الرينج 370 حق يمكن 5 أو 6 رنات. فامريكا جابوا رقمنا بس جابوا مرة واحدة، عقبهم ما شافوه يعني.
It's euphoric, obviously. There's no certainty when you're doing this. You just do the best you can do, build the best you can build, and fine-tune to the final millimeter, and hopefully all the forces of nature and a little of good luck end up giving you the result that you want. It's so much time and dedication just for a few seconds, and those few seconds could either make you or literally break you.
Being a part of this team is being a part of history. I'll be able to show my kids in 10, 20 years that, look, we made history back then. And we want to continue to make history with different records. We just built, the guys here just built the new GT86 Pro Mod Import. And we want to better the 597 record that we already have. Our goal ultimately is to go 570s or better. And that will just propel us deeper into the history books. And it's not going anywhere. This team is firmly planted in history, and it's going to continue to break records and remain there.
If you visit our garage or pits here at BIC, the chemistry between all of the tuners, mechanics, the guys who help, it's so nice. I'm so happy I'm not driving it anymore. just looking at them working together, it's something that's so special. I'm really happy for what I achieved, and can't wait to see what the future is for Ekanoo Racing.
When we finish a new project and we put our, let's call it base or startup file or starting tune-up in it, and we go to the starting line, you feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulders. You hope that you've gone over everything on the car and made sure the car's safe and make sure all the systems are working properly.
So with any kind of a brand new setup, you know, you have to go basically feel it out to find out what the car wants. And with the Pro 86, we have some of the stuff that we're using from before from the Outlaw 10.5 Supra, but it's a different chassis, different tires, you know, it needs different suspension settings, and you kind of don't really know what it needs until you go try it. So, you know, we went to the starting line several times with that car, and it went left sometimes, it spun the tires, sometimes it bogged. By the end of the weekend, by, you know, basically waving the wand to the left too far and to the right too far, eventually you zero in on what it wants, and then you have a chance to make it go down the racetrack and find out how to make it quick.
Leading up to the car making its first hit, obviously we have to go front to back to make sure that every nut, bolt, fitting, everything is tight, okay? Then you have to go through and you have to align the suspension, front, you know, the front end, rear end. I mean, that was some of the things that we were doing yesterday. We were pulling the car to make sure the steering wheel is straight, you know. So all the systems, basically systems checked from front to back 100% to say, okay, we are confident we can start the car, let the button go off the trans brake and go, let's say 100 feet with it and make sure everything is good. Once we make that first hit, then we come back, we put the computer on the car, we pull all the data, and we start, just like you said, like in a laboratory, dissecting all that data to find out exactly what every component in that car was doing throughout that run. And that's how we make the changes to try to make the car faster, more stable. One thing that I'm looking at when the car leaves, does the car drive straight? Does it drive in one direction? You don't ever take a brand new car and just let go of the trans brake and make a full hit front to back. I mean, we just never do that.
We achieved some very good 60-foot numbers. You know, on one of the first few passes, we went 116 60-foot, 117 60-foot. With that 60-foot and this engine combination, that'll put us well ahead of the record here.
Yesterday, the track was better. We didn't have the sand. The track was much better yesterday. The car was not running as well as it is today, unfortunately. The first hit, it went I think it went a 123 60-foot. For the first hit, not bad at all. Went straight. Khaled said he was comfortable in the car. You know, brakes worked, everything worked. So we were happy about that. Today, the track was not as good. We went out there and went a 117 60-foot, which is really, that's about what we were hoping to get. I mean, if we go a 117, we can go really fast with the car. But then the track started going away on us a little bit, and we also started refining the power in the car. We went up one pass, it spun, we backed up, and then we made the hit again, and it went past the 60-foot. And that's really all we were trying to get. We were just trying to get data to the 60-foot because we really weren't comfortable with the dust that was on the track tonight.
This year, since, you know, it was taken to the next level, these guys, you know, we haven't run the car at the level that T1 has yet. So this first race is going to be kind of a shakedown. Our goals are going to be to at least run the same times we ran last year, if not better the time a little, and kind of leave it at that.
We've tested the car today earlier, just before running the car at the drag strip, just around BIC, and just looking from the data, we were a little bit optimistic. So basically the first shakedown run on the drag strip was our run. I mean, it was like just for data. So ATO, it's not bad, even though the car, the driver had lift off at nearly 1,000 feet. after looking at the data and tuning the suspension. I believe tomorrow, if we're lucky, if we can manage to run the car 2 runs, I think 760 is a possibility. Most of our cars this season are brand new cars from A to Z. It's a little bit hard. I mean, it's really challenging managing 8 or 9 cars, and if 70% of the cars are new, it's a really hard thing to do. The car was finished yesterday late at night, early morning today, and we didn't have time to really tune it and get any data. So the first shakedown run was just trying to grab data. Unfortunately, we were having a misfire on some of the cylinders. We know why. Something to do with ignition and plugs. Hopefully, we're going to fix it tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes.
One thing that affected us greatly is we missed a full day of testing due to rain. And it doesn't rain here maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and it just happens to rain on a day that we're supposed to be testing, and so we lost out on 3 or 4 passes. And I feel that we're maybe 2 days of testing behind. But then it came time to race, and luckily we put a pass together and went 440, and amazingly it held up as a #1 qualifier.
And on the finals, we were lucky actually. 2 of the spark plug, 2 of the cylinders were not functioning right. So Khalid he launched without boost, and the guy who was racing against us had a minor crash. Alhamdulillah, nothing happened to the driver. Something minor. It was a minor crash, and hopefully they could fix it and they should be ready for next round. We just had a lot of safety features into the ECU. I discussed with Wayne that we want to go really safe. We want to save the car for the next event. This event is mainly for testing. We were expecting 770s with a small boost increase and some timing. But unfortunately, on our way to the starting line, we've heard a weird noise in the diff. And after doing some investigation and looking into the car, my crew told me that we broke the diff. So we had to abandon the run and go back to the pits, and it's like game over for that car for this round.
Well, that's the weekend for us. That's a wrap. Differential broke. Driving out of the pits.
The new Pro Import GT86 managed to run amazing 60 foot. So we figured the 60 foot out. The car ran 0.96, and if you just take this and compare it to the Supra, it's like there's no comparison between both of those 2 cars. We've sorted all of the mechanical issues we had. There were minor issues, but it's a new car, and we had 8 cars working every day until 4 o'clock in the morning. So we couldn't focus, to be honest. Stock chassis Supra, driven by my friend Mohammed Shakib. He did really well this race too. He managed to qualify last yesterday. So the first run he ran, I believe, 7-1 or 7-0. Mohammed managed to run the same exact time which he ran last season, which is again a record time, 6.6 at 349. We have achieved a new world record on a stock chassis speed, 349. I believe it's 217 miles or 218 miles, which is really, really good. And the finals, since we're talking about logistics and trying to save engines for next round, and since Mohammed is racing against Gary, we thought of keeping the car and trying to save the engine for next round. We didn't want them to race each other and something might go wrong.
For this round, as you have seen probably during the report, the results are very good for EK. There are some other issues that they have to deal with, but for just a very short time, plus the days lost in the beginning, they've done very well as far as results and dialing in the cars. So next round is basically what we're looking for. They're looking strong. Timings is good. Cars are functioning very well. Khalid was also very lucky to escape an incident on the track, which is very good. The car is still here. As you can see, I'm leaning on it. The GTR did well. They still have to iron out a few things, and of course the others are doing well. I am very happy with the progress. It could have been better had we had the 2 days, but unfortunately they had their plate was full. They were working flat out, sleepless nights. They got the cars where they are now. That's what I'm pleased with. Some are already on the way to the airport. They are going back home. Some are already here, and they'll be discussing what they can do and do better for the next round. And this is the most important. You learn from the first round for the second, and definitely looking for a better result in the second one.
Last week, on the day of my birthday, December 6th, I woke up early in the morning, like Bahrain time. It was about 7:38, and all of a sudden I've seen like a lot of messages, WhatsApp, email, tags, and everything. So what happened? Was it like people congratulating me on my birthday, or? So half of them were like about my birthday, and the other half was, oh, by the way, the guys from Puerto Rico have broken your record. I had mixed emotions. I knew the day is gonna come, but it's gonna come on the day of my birthday. It wasn't a good birthday gift, to be honest. But if you think about it, it's good for the sport. And as we said, like, I mean, we knew people are gonna break our record. But to be honest, I really thought it's going to be way earlier. I'm really optimistic for round two. As you can see behind us, I mean, the guys are working more relaxed. I mean, this is how it was supposed to be in round one. As we said, look, we want to run 570s, hopefully by end of the season, whether here in Bahrain or once we go to the States, inshallah, next year, 2016. But before that, we want to reclaim our record back.
The ultimate goal with this team, of course, is to be able to compete on a global level. That means performance-wise with the race cars. Today that happened. I mean, overnight we thought about it. Let's go do this. Let's quit trying to go 597 to first run. Let's quit trying to go better than 435 on the first pass. Let's quit trying to go 370 on the first pass. Let's just go make the car work.
I'm confident we can run 5.8 in the not too far future. I don't know exactly when, it just depends on how many runs we get.
So yeah, we were able to have great success right off the bat with the Lexus. It went 432 on its first pass, which was awesome. Then those guys, instead of getting overzealous and trying to go for a big number, they said, let's just try to take 2 numbers off that, and bang, they went 30. Then they tried 2 more, they went 27 with a 7. Then they said, we need to now see where the edge of that is, so that during qualifying and eliminations, we know where not to go, and spun the tires.
T1 GTR. Yesterday the car ran 790, 780, and then went to 760. And hopefully, I mean, thank God today we backed our 760 with another 760, 769. And then we went to 75, which is a new personal best. And then again, we ran 762, 765. The car is, I mean, the top speed of the car at the quarter mile is averaging between 191 miles to 193 miles. Again, we have achieved a new world record on the trap speed, but I mean, we don't care about the trap speed, we care about the ET. We're really happy. The car is performing really well. Wayne is doing an excellent job. The driver Mohammed is he's doing an astonishing job holding the car. The car is losing traction up top and down low as well. We're struggling a bit with the 60 foot of the car. We're progressing. Inshallah, we could go back to low or high 120s. Once we achieve that, I mean, we know the car is going to run really strong numbers.
The first pass today, we turned out we were a little bit light on clutch, and it showed. We're still trying to get the tune where it needs to be, and that's going to be a progressive deal. You know, getting some fuel out of it, and getting the motor where it's happy. I think we went 610 with, like I said, with light clutch, and I could hear it going down the track and I knew it was light on clutch. And when we pulled up the data, it confirmed it. But we were kind of in a hurry to get back up there for our last attempt because we were running out of time. So we didn't really get to do everything we needed to do to the car, but we went up there and we had a little more clutch in it, and it went 603. It's got a couple of things that we're changing up now that I can't really talk about. What I'm referring to is affecting our speed. This thing should run a whole lot more speed when we get it refined, but right now it's I think it went 236 or 237, so I think it's going to pick up quite a bit.
Well, the car's so consistent, we know we would qualify even at the same power. So we're gonna creep up on the power back in first gear and then give it a little bit more down track. And I want to see an improvement everywhere. And if we don't, then we have to study the data very closely to find out where we're leaving it off or where we're losing it. So now it's down to dialing in a race car.
We just finished qualifying BDRC round 2. The first part of it, for me, it was one of the worst ever qualifying sessions. All of our cars ran really bad. The second part of the qualifying was way better. We were more relieved. Some of them performed really well, and some of them need more work on them.
Well, some cars run very well. Some cars had 1 or 2 minor issues. They are not big problems at all. They are working on them. As you can see now, it's way past midnight, and the boys are still working on the cars. They're analyzing data, and that's the way to do it. And it's not just Ekanoo, it's everybody here. They're working on their cars to make them better for tomorrow.
I was expecting good results, especially on the day of the race. Unfortunately, we had some incidents, and as you know, this is race. One day you win and one day you lose. Some of the cars performed really well. For instance, the Pro Import GT86 on its 3rd or 4th run, I mean, it's managed to run 6033 at 380 kilometers, which is about 230 miles. It's really good if you think about, I mean, it's only the 4th run for the car. So we're really happy with the progress of that car. I wish we had one more day. I'm sure the 5-second was easy, but we have to wait until next run, hopefully next month, and inshallah we could achieve our goals on that car.
To all our fans worldwide, as we always say, it seems like we say this every year, that this is just the beginning. Seems like EK gives us the opportunity to use our imagination and create all these projects, and he supports us and allows us to set these goals and expects us to reach them, and we do. And you know, Hyder has put together a group of guys that is just the best in the world. Keep watching, because the best is yet to come. It seems like we say that every single time, but truly the best is yet to come.
I suspect it's going to come pretty quick, unless something's really unforeseen. I don't know any reason why this thing's not going to run a 5-second pass on the next 1 or 2 hard hits we make on the car.
We had been 603. We hope to come here and go 590s, you know, maybe a high 580. Eric hit it out of the park on the first pass. The first time we let go of the clutch, it went 577 and just destroyed the import world record. Nobody's even close to that. And not only did we do that, we went 579.
What I say?
We went 582, and then we went 597, and everybody just kind of clapped and walked off the starting line. Like last year, 597, everybody would have been jumping out of their shoes on the starting line, and now we're just like, another 5. We strive to improve every single pass. We still have a lot to learn. There's still a lot left in the car, and just we're gonna keep going with it.
Not every day was perfect. We made probably 50% of the times we went up there, we made a run. That needs to increase. But we still haven't done a lot of testing on the car. I mean, the car is obviously gonna run. We just need to increase the percentage of times that it goes down the racetrack.
First of all, you know, everybody was stunned, including us. I mean, I happened to not be there on the starting line for the 577, and one of the helpers came back and said, I think 577. I thought, there's no way you went 577, no chance. But then, obviously it was true. But I mean, guys all around the world were first asking, which car, did you guys, is that the Camaro, is that the Pro Nitrous car? Which car is that? No, it's really the Pro Import car. So it's, you know, it's amazing. There's a huge, people are just really taken aback with what we've been able to do. We could see that it's a possibility, but to be able to realize that possibility, you know, and one thing to say something that you're going to do, and it's another thing to actually do it.
Honestly, it's ahead of schedule. We knew it would go 570s, we just didn't know it would go 570s just yet. That was almost by accident. But the 8th mile was fantastic. 381, 198 mile an hour. That's crazy. God, that's crazy. That 8th mile is 381. Is that a picture? Is that the slip?
I wasn't expecting it to be in the first run. And I was thinking by tomorrow or day after we would run like 599, 597, 594. But we jumped all the way to my target. I'm happy. I would like to thank all of my team crew. Gary White, the driver, driving the Pro Import GT86. He did a wonderful job. The car is fast. The car is fast. I'm happy.
building, it's going to be like the cars you guys racing here.
Okay.
It's a promo car.
Can we see it on the camera?
Yes, yes. It's no more. It's not, the car is not ready yet, but you can just have an idea of the car. It's
Now, is that one going to be 2JC as well?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So we're about 3 weeks in building this car. The car should be ready in the next month. We're going to be testing the car in Bahrain in October, November, and after that, we're planning to bring the car anytime after December.
Okay, so what will be the goals for that new car? I mean, we already know there's a 597 goal.
To be honest, I'll be frank. Our aim is 570s.
570s?
The Porsche project is really a difficult one, both for Ekanoo Racing and for our partners, ES Motor. It's really hard to put that kind of platform, an 997 platform, on a drag strip. Yes, I mean, in the last season we managed to run 880s in our orange ES 1500. That car was different. This car has a different transmission. It has a way more power. Without a struggle, you wouldn't enjoy achieving a good result. We had a problem with leaving off the starting line. We came up with an idea. We spoke to our other partners and suppliers, either with like a stronger drive shaft, stronger axles, better wheels, combination of tires, until we figured something which is workable. We didn't find a 100% solution as of yet. Each run, I just want to see the car just leaving the 60 foot and then I'll be happy.
The traction and giving it the power in the first gear and the 60 foot especially, because when we did 826, the 60 foot was like 145, which is slower than last year's car. You need to focus on improving the 60 foot because we have a good trap speed, like 290 kilometers, 289 kilometers. So the biggest struggle is the traction in the first gear.
The ultimate goal with the GTR, to be honest, personally, I would love to set the bar so high it leaves people scrambling to try and, you know, beat that record. When the car launched, I was like, dang, we went the wrong direction. And then I saw it pick up and I was like, there it is. And then it went 4.9 in the 8th. And then I was like, it's on a pass. And at the end of the run, I was like, please don't slip the clutch, please don't slip. And then I saw the numbers. You could see the car lay over after I had pulled all the power out of it. You could see it lay over, so I knew it was going to complete the run. And then I saw the scoreboard and I was like, did it just break the record, like in both areas? So it was a little feeling of elation at that point. And then when I turn around and see everyone else jumping and smiling, it was well worth it. I think the thing I'm most impressed about is the engine just keeps taking it right now. Yeah, motor's still good. We're prepping the car for qualifying. I think we're going to qualify well, and we're going to see if we can actually have a very competitive car this round.
The last few days, we finally got something figured out on the car. It really started to come around where it would repeat. We could put a tune-up in it. It would do the same thing again and again. So we're like, okay, now we have something that will continue to do what we want it to. We'll just a little bit here and there make it work, which Jamie and Josh do, along with Shane, do a great job on the tuning aspect of it. Go out and go fast. The record was a 19. We went a 19 twice. So we're like, okay, we've got something here. We can keep going faster. And then we went to 18. And on our 17 run, which is the fastest we went, the car actually broke to where we think it probably would around a 15 or even a 14. So we know there's still a bunch left in it. So I think next time we get it back out and play with it, we'll be able to capitalize on it and see how fast we can really go.
That's a new record in the Middle East, by the way.
we're going to look at every single piece of information that we can look at to find every last bit of performance that we can find in every one of these cars. And that's it. And then we're doing that because that's our job. And, you know, it happens to be a labor of love. It's something we all love doing anyway, so it's a no-brainer.
Going into the finals, we really felt like we had a great handle on the car. We knew kind of what it's going to do now with the power we're going to give it, how the car takes it and accepts it, and you know, the car's working great.
Pro Nitrous 69 Camaro. To be honest, we didn't have enough data. We really didn't run the car much, so we just went to the finals assuming everything would be good. We had a lot of clutch on the car shook, and our friends Drag 965 won that race. We would like to congratulate them.
I would say overall the round did as well as expected, but we had a transmission problem during the finals, and so the car was unable to be competitive. Aside from that, I think it was a very successful round because we took the record for the GTR community and everything worked flawlessly. So a few adjustments on the transmission and we'll be back in business as usual. I think next round will be even more laid back and smooth.
There aren't many words that can really explain Ekanoo Racing. The professionalism that you see with this team is unbelievable. When he sets world records in the different classes, he's not just setting them for Ekanoo Racing. He's putting numbers on BIC's track in Bahrain and representing the whole world of drag racing.
عقب آخر ران لران الحين اللي بيكون 4 و 5 ورا بعض، جهزنا نفس ما تقول اشياء سبير بارت قد ما نقدر نجيب اشياء على اساس انه لا نتعطل بين الراوندين. البروسيس اللي بنسويه احنا في هالاسبوع طبعا بنحاول ان ما نقوم كل السيايير لان اغلب المواتر كلهم مجهزه والحمد لله. المواتر اللي مغيرين فيها اشياء بسيطه هذه لا لازم نضرب فيها تيست، تشيك سواء ال 6 فوت القومه لل 200 متر. اذا بغينا ان نغير اي شيء بنغير، واذا لا فبنواصل كذي لمده الاسبوعين.
Well, I was asked by a good friend of mine, Wayne, to cover for him because he wasn't able to make it out to Bahrain this time. And he asked me if I would come out here and spend 2 weeks with the crew and help finish off the project and help make it go fast. I was very honored that he asked me, and we really want to see it all the way to the end. And I think we're getting closer and closer. Collect as much information and data as we can from these runs. And after this round 4, we'll go back and take apart the car, do a complete service, figure out anything that's broken or what has to be changed, put it all back together, and come back and hopefully with the data that we've found, and if we can get the car to 60 foot better or go any faster, we'll be able to put together, Wayne and I will put together a better strategy to get the car to go even faster. Experienced drag racers always know how fast the car can go by the mile per hour, but I never like to say how fast it's going to go. I never want to change it.
We just ran 7.3 at 200 and something miles. Let's go.
It feels really good actually to just come in and break a world record. It was kind of fun. I really wish Wayne was here. I really wish Wayne was here with us because it was really fun there at the starting line watching the car go and break the world record. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of planning. People don't understand how much work goes into it. I mean, there's all the guys at the shop that got to put it all together, the logistics of getting the parts from, you know, USA to here, and then putting the whole car together, and then people working from, Wayne is working right now from Texas. You know, he'll log on with me, and then we'll decide the strategy for the run or what's going to happen and what we're going to do, and then we're going back and forth with each other. And I mean, I spent the whole yesterday underneath the car. Underneath the dashboard, sorting out, you know, I just moving a few wires around and making sure everything worked properly. And, you know, it's a lot of work for that 7 seconds of glory. Well, even though today we set a world record run, that's because we had all the mechanical gremlins sorted. But the track today is just a test night. The track is not in good condition at all. It's actually a terrible track. And when I first saw the car launch, I thought, it's not going to be that good. But then when the car started moving, I was like, oh, this is very good. And it could have been. I mean, the 60 foot was a 129. It can definitely be better if you see the video of the run. You can see that the car, you know, it shook the tire. But if we get a little bit of a better track condition, this car is going to go deeper into the sevens.
Pro Nitrous Camaro. We want to do as much testing as possible because last round we didn't grab a lot of data, and we're trying to add more stuff to the car, and Shane was working on a new software and program. So we're gonna see if everything is working we're going in the right direction. Pro import car, we achieved our goal. We're just planning to run another 5 seconds for today, and we'll see how it goes. My strategy for those next 2 rounds is to save engines and to be conservative. Nothing to gain by going fast at the moment, so we're going to go step by step.
طبعا اليوم هو اول يوم كواليفاينج، قاعد اشيك السياره اللي بقوم فيها، تواير، بريك، ترانزميشن، اشياء الكترونيه، ميكانيكيه. اليوم اول ران لي في السوبرا طبعا، قمت وصادني ويل سبين، رجعنا وقمنا ثاني ران والحمد لله جبت 664 ومع طبعا نيو ريكورد حق التراب سبيد اللي هو 357.
The plan is to arrive here in the morning, check over everything, make sure that we're ready to go for the race. Strategy as far as the cars, based on where they're qualified, based on how we think the track is going to be, and decide what we want to try to run against whoever it is we're racing.
Our championship hopes are looking pretty good for a few classes this year. We have, I believe, the Super Street V8 Championship. I believe it's already wrapped up. I think it's mathematically impossible for anybody to beat us, which is cool. The Outlaw 6-cylinder, that one's wrapped up as well with the stock chassis Supra. The one that's going to be down to the wire is going to be the Pro Nitrous, the Pro Mod class. That one's going to come down to the last race. If we make it to the final, the last race, I believe we clinch it. So that's going to be really cool. That's, you know, ultimately what we want to do for EK and all the drivers, Khalid and Shakib and all the guys. So, you know, it's looking pretty good for at least 2, actually 3 championships.
People like to separate. They say that the R32 and the 34 are completely different than the R35, which is fine because they are of a different platform. The R32, 34, 35 are very different cars. They're on the RB26, and the R35 is a completely new chassis. When we were saying fastest GTR, we meant R35, and people were like, hey, no, it's not R35. It's after the 720 pass, it is now just basically the fastest GTR, period. So it's got the whole gambit covered. It's got the whole thing covered. And you know, we wanted the world record, and there's the world record. It has them all. It's the fastest all-wheel drive, the fastest GTR. I don't know how many more you want to throw at it.
The Pro Import 86, we had 2 runs today. The first run, it did one of the smoothest run ever. The car ran 588 at 244 miles. Obviously, once I was looking right and left after we ran that, nobody was clapping. The guys are used to 577. You know, I mean, if you go back like a year ago, when we ran 599, people were jumping and cheering up, and now you run 588, and people are like, yeah, could have done better. We did another pass. The car ran this time 587, but this time with a better trap speed, 248.6, which is 400 kilometers. Another personal best trap speed. It's the 3rd time we achieved over 400 kilometers. I never thought that, like we could run that kind of numbers, that kind of trap speed. Even the Pro Nitrous cars over here in Bahrain, and even some of there are only few cars that go over 250 miles, 249 miles. As for the Porsche, we're still struggling. We tried a new set of tires. We've tried a new playing with the tire pressure, doing some alignment job. But again, with a soft launch, we broke the axle for, I can't recall how many times now. I think I exceeded 20 axles for the past few rounds. The engine is bulletproof. The engine is capable of 7. We've proved it. I mean, our top speed talks, tells you like the car is easily 780, 790. I think once we get the axles from the supplier we're working, we've been waiting for this axle for the past 2 months. I think it won't happen this weekend, maybe one of the private track session or late next month. Nice, baby.
Well, we qualified number 1 again. It's 5 times in a row, which is a great achievement from where we started with the car to where we ended up. You know, today we planned on, you know, winning the event, which we actually didn't. We went out in the first round. You know, unfortunately, we planned on, you know, with nice, safe tune-up to go down the track and get the win. We had a misfortune hiccup with the tune-up with the car that didn't work out for us, and we lost the round. And I think we still had enough points, though, to get the championship. So at least we have that. And winning 2 out of the 5 races is a pretty good accomplishment with a brand new car that was built here, assembled here, and had absolutely no runs or any data whatsoever for us. So You know, big picture looking at it, it was great.
The Camaro, we had to run RSG Willy, 4 nitrous Willy, driven by Mu'atad. Obviously, we had like 50-50. We installed the engine yesterday in qualifying. We had the tune. Obviously, we're using now, we switched to Motec. We didn't figure the car yet. So as a chassis, I mean, because we built the car here in Bahrain, as a chassis and everything, I mean, I'm proud of the car. Overall engine tune-up, we were supposed to tune the earlier engine and dyno in the States. We wait until the last moment. We ran out of time, so Shane didn't have time to tune the car. We missed the first race. Round 3 was up and down. It was okay. We thought we were good, but we really didn't have a lot of track data. So once I saw Mohammed Shakib's run in the stock chassis Supra, I was shocked because I was filming. I couldn't see it. Was it 665, 656? So for a second, it was like everybody was silent, and then I saw the people were cheering and they were happy, jumping around, and then it hit my mind. The car ran 656. We achieved our goal. First stock chassis import car to run 650s. Another record in our bag and our belt, but I'm happy. It came sooner. I was expecting it the next day or on qualifying. Hopefully we're gonna back again, maybe run faster. I know the car is gonna run faster after looking at the data. So finger crossed, inshallah. We'll see how it goes in the next 2 days, inshallah.
الحين طبعا غيرنا الماكينه لان طبعا يبنى ذي الوقت وعلى اساس نتم على نفس الوقت حطينا ماكينه ثانيه. هذا طبعا نخليها سبير حق الله يقول اذا يصير في اي شيء بيكون عندنا ماكينه ثانيه. فحق على اساس انه باكر نكون متاكدين 100% من الماكينه غيرنا.
Yes, we have a competition with a local team here from Bahrain, Get Boost Racing. The car is a Nissan Skyline R32 or 33, and it has a 2JZ engine with similar setup as we guys are running. They're using Motec as well. Anyway, yeah, I'm really happy. You know, the competition is from Bahrain. We always stepped ahead, and the guys were catching up. And now we made it a bit harder, and I'm sure they're gonna run faster. And I have a feeling they're gonna run again 650s. And this will make us again push further. It's really nice to have competition, as any other sport. Without competition, you're not motivated. You can't push further. After our last year decision with the 10.5 Supra, I decided to do the same thing with our stock chassis Supra. I know deep inside, even my team members know that the car can run 640 in the near future. But I believe it's going to be risky. We're going to push the car more. The car wasn't built for that. The car was built for 7.0, 690, 680s. We've been pushing the car really hard, and it doesn't make any sense. It's gonna cost a lot of money. We have to rework. I mean, building the car, and I believe the time is right. Retiring the car on top, 652 is a great number. I believe one day this number is gonna be broken. But obviously, world records are made to be broken, so I think I achieved my goals in that car. Unfortunately, I mean, this car started our drag racing. So sad for me to retire that car, but I think this will make us move forward and focus on our other cars, or even maybe shrinking down the team to less cars, but at least to focus more on them and to push further is the right decision.
It's bittersweet when you come to the track for the last day of the season. I mean, you've worked for, the better part of a year designing, researching, measuring, cutting, fitting, welding, crimping, remeasuring. It's a lot of work, leading up to the part where you first go to the racetrack. And then, of course, there's the time on the track to figure the cars out and, be able to run them and try and make them competitive and fast and all those things. And so it's a rush. It's a lot of work. And on the last day, you feel like just pride. You're proud of what you've accomplished, the success you've been able to have up to that point. And that's how I felt today. I'm excited to sort of close the chapter on this season and hopefully do it in a spectacular way.
I believe people won't forget what we have achieved in the Middle East region, because we always remember about the previous generation and what they have achieved. So I think it's going to stay for a long time.
Again, I just want to thank EK for the opportunity. I really want to make sure he knows how much it means to me.
Well, I think everything, when we showed up here in November actually, everything was new. I mean, the shop, if we took pictures of the shop, nobody would believe that was EK's shop. It was just, everything was everywhere. And to get this group of people to make all that stuff work in all these cars and set records and do all that stuff, I mean, it's just a great team. There's no doubt.
نبي نشكر الفريق على وقفتهم ويانا وشغلهم، يعني اشتغلنا ليل ونهار، يعني خاصة كان راوند نمبر 1، يعني سهرنا ليالي على ما جهزنا السيارات، والحمد لله جهزناهم وسابقنا، يعني ما قصروا، مشكورين يعني أعضاء الفريق كلهم، وإن شاء الله لو وفقنا حق السباق الجاي.
Well, of course, it was resetting the record 4 times. Those were the best moments. Every time we went out, we went faster and faster and faster. Those were definitely the best moments, right there.
The whole team get educated one way or another, and they start to learn new things that they can apply later on. At some point in time, this will all stop, hopefully not soon, but once it does, this will assist us with many things. This will only take us to the next step where we will be able to take advantage of the experience that we've got. We will be opening a shop for the public. It will be something that we'll try our best to implement whatever we have learned here into that shop, utilizing the right equipment, the right tools, hiring the right people. Again, all because we have very good background of the motorsports, of the aftermarket, and the car scene in general.
Running like 8 or 9 cars, it's really good. But I mean, with the resources we have at the moment, and with the plan of opening a new performance shop under the name of Ekanoo Performance, I think we're going to take the knowledge we have learned from the past 10 years in drag racing and try to implement this into customer cars, or customers who wanted to know or build a drag cars or even circuit cars or any other fast cars. I think our records speak about ourselves. I mean, what we can achieve. Alhamdulillah, we've managed to achieve a lot of records and multi-platforms, whether it's American cars, German, or even Japanese cars. So I think the time is right to focus more into business-wise and shrinking the team to less cars and racing, instead of racing only in Bahrain, racing abroad, where we can learn from the knowledge of racing internationally and inshallah in GCC in the near future.
One last thing I want to add is just, special thanks out to of course, EK and Hyder and, just all the guys on the team. It's really a cool feeling when you come together and we're really like a big family. We all have each other's back, and that's just an awesome feeling to come together with all you guys and have that mentality on a team. There's not many teams out there that are like that. So thanks for the great season, and thank you, EK, thank you, Hyder, thanks everybody else. See you guys next year.
So at the end, I would like to thank you all for watching this amazing video by U-Track TV, the Racing Legends Evolution. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Now we're looking forward to race in USA, whether we're gonna be testing or racing. But we're looking forward, and hopefully we're gonna start with a new chapter, inshallah.